Hello again, fifth graders. Happy Tuesday. Does anybody remember what scale we started yesterday in reading? Hopefully, you're thinking of two words. First one starts with a C, cause, and it always leads to the second one, starts with an E, effect. That's right, cause and effect. So let's go ahead and review a little bit about what cause and effect mean. So here we go. Cause always leads to the effect. That's why we have that arrow here, because the cause comes first and it leads to the effect. So let's review what a cause is. The cause is what makes something happen. We can think of the cause as the why something happens, or the reason it happens. And the cause always comes first in real life. Remember yesterday I came yawning? The cause is that I stayed up too late. And what was the effect? The effect is what you saw from me. I was yawning and I was really tired. What caused me or made me be really tired? I stayed up too late. That was the cause. It happened first. I stayed up too late. And that led me to be really tired and keep yawning during my video. Okay, so cause comes first in real life. Let's go ahead and review effect. The effect is the result or the outcome. It is what happens after an incident or after a cause. And it always comes after the cause in real life. So here, over here in this green box, the first green box, I'm just going to make my picture a little bit smaller there. Move it down. Okay, maybe we'll move it up right over here. All right, so let's look at this first green box right over here. And would you read this cause with me today? Read this cause with me right now. Keegan skipped lunch today. Okay, so that's a cause. So we're looking for what that led to. What happened because Keegan skipped lunch? So let's look over here in this green box and read the effect of Keegan skipping lunch. Read it out loud with me. He felt extremely hungry after school. Yes, so this comes first, the cause. Keegan skipped lunch, and then the effect. He felt hungry after school. So now let's look down here at the bottom. Hopefully that will go away in just a second. And I put this in one complete sentence. And I used a joining word because, remember, because is one of our cause and effect clue words. And that joins the cause with an effect. Okay. Now we said the cause comes first in real life. In a sentence, we might flip-flop them and put them out of order. And that's what I did right here to show you. So look at the very bottom of our screen at Keegan, and let's read that sentence together. Keegan was hungry after school because he skipped lunch. So we started with the effect. He was hungry after school. And then we wanted to say, why was he hungry after school? Because he skipped lunch. So the cause is he skipped lunch. The effect is he was hungry after school. And we can mix those up and write them in a sentence any way we want. But we're always looking for what comes first in real life. The cause leads to the effect. All right. So I wanted to practice with this with you right now. And instead of reading a small passage together, I thought it would be kind of fun to watch a little video. And not the video you're watching of me right now, but if we were in class, I would show you this little video on the smartboard. And so I'm going to do that right now. You may have seen this before. It is a Pixar short called For the Birds. There are no words in this video, but there are lots of sounds. I want you to watch very closely. It's just about 3 minutes long, and see if you can figure out what's going on in this video. I also want you to look for causes and effects, and then we're going to fill out a little chart together. Let's go ahead and watch For the Birds. I'm going to go right here. Thanks for your patience as we get this started. Okay.
Dr. Zoidberg! Hooray for Dr. Zoidberg!
All right, so that was kind of a fun video. I am going to get back to where I present my screen, and I want you to think about what causes and effects did you notice in For the Birds? What made something else happen? So I want you to think of the large bird. Did he cause anything to happen in this video? And what was the effect of that? So let's fill in a little chart together right here. Okay, and I filled in some of it for you. You'll notice we have causes on this side and effects on this side. And if we're missing the cause, then we're going to look at the effect and say, why did this happen? Or what made it happen? And we'll find the cause. And if we have the cause, then we're missing the effect. And we want to say, what did this lead to? Or what did this make happen? And we would find the effect. So let's practice a little bit. You guys are going to get to do this on your own later with the book that you're reading, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that. But let's go ahead and practice. Okay, so let's look at our effect. That's what we have first. Will you read this out loud with me? The small birds stopped chirping. We want to find the cause of that, so we're going to ask ourselves, why did the small birds stop chirping? So think at the beginning, we heard all that chatter. It almost made me want to cover my ears. They were chirping and tweeting and making lots of noise. It seemed like they were pretty happy. They were talking with one another. And all of a sudden they stopped. Why did they stop? What caused them to stop chirping? Yes, the large bird came. Okay, he got their attention, and I would say that it surprised them a little bit, and they stopped chirping. So what caused them to stop chirping? The large bird came. Okay, that was the cause of them stopping chirping. So now let's go right here, and we have another cause. Read it out loud with me. The large bird sat in the middle of the wire. So think a little later on in the video. The large bird came, and he put his feet right in the middle of that wire. And what was the effect of that? What happened because he did that? Do you remember how that wire bent toward the middle and all the small birds leaned in toward the middle? So the effect is that the wire bent almost toward the ground. Okay, so the cause, the large bird sat in the middle of the wire. And what happened because of that? What was the effect? The wire stretched and bent toward the ground. All right, and let's look at our last one. Here we have the effect. So we're going to ask ourselves, what made that happen? What was the cause? So read the effect with me. The large bird laughed and laughed at the small birds. And this happened toward the end of the video. Do you remember he was down on the ground and we saw some feathers flying and he was laughing and laughing. Why was he laughing? What was the cause of that laughter? Yes, the small birds flew up in the air and lost all their feathers. And he was laughing and laughing at them. So the cause of the large bird laughing at the small birds is the small birds lost their feathers. Okay, so we filled out our cause and effect chart. We have a cause that leads to an effect each time. All right, so let's talk a little bit about your bundle practice today. You will be practicing cause and effect because that's what we're working on. You even get to practice this in social studies today. And you also have a writing assignment, which is not dealing with cause and effect a lot, but I want to talk about that with you too. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to do some reading. I know you read yesterday, 20, 30 minutes. It's one of your jobs every day. So you can get your reading done again today, or you can save it for later when you're done with your bundle. You choose. But I want you to get out this cause and effect chart right here. It's similar to the one we just did on the slide together. Okay. And I want you to use the book that you're reading, your Dear Time book. That's what we would call it if we were at school right now. Okay. And I want you to come up with something that is happening in your book. Like in our video, it was the large bird came and said hello to the small birds. Okay. And that was a cause. And then what was the effect of that? We said the small birds stopped chirping. Okay, so think of a cause in your book, or just think of something that happened in your book. You're going to write it down and then ask yourself, what did that lead to? What was the effect? And you're going to write that down over here. I want you to come up with 4 causes and 4 effects. We came up with 3 for our For the Birds video. I want you to go one step beyond that and come up with 4. So think of 4 things that happened and then ask yourself, what did that lead to? And that would be the effect. And you're going to write that right here. If you need help with this, be sure to email me and let me know, and I'll see what we can do. All right. Your next job in your ELA, English Language Arts bundle today, is another picture of the day. This is a good review skill. What skill are we reviewing here? Hopefully you said making inferences. And let's just review real quick. When we make an inference, we take what we read or observe plus what we already know, and we make a decision. And remember, you're going to do this today with a picture. You've done this several times. I know you're getting good at it. And it's a fun way to practice inferencing. So you're going to look and see what's going on in this picture. Just spend a couple minutes looking and observing there. And then you're going to answer these 3 questions. Number 1, what is happening in this photograph? You need a complete sentence there. Number 2, evidence. That's the how do you know? So how do you know that's happening? Give me a complete sentence there. And then number 3, evidence 2. Okay, how do you know again? So how else do you know? And give me a complete sentence there. Then on the back, you're going to write a paragraph telling me what's going on in this picture and how you know. And you need 5 sentences for that and make them complete sentences. Remember, a complete sentence needs a who and a do. And then in social studies today, just like we talked yesterday, we get to pull in the reading skill of cause and effect. So that's your reading chart. That's not what I want, but it does look a little similar in social studies. You have a good nonfiction passage right here, and this is about the Townsend Acts. And this is more American Revolution. It's very interesting, and I can't wait till you get back to school and we get to talk more about it. Okay, but you are going to read this. It's pretty short. Go ahead and read the captions too. They give you some information. And there's a little bit more on the back, and then just some good summary points right here that will help you out. And then you have a small chart for cause and effect, and it's based on this passage. Okay, and so they give you the 3 effects and the first cause. So here in this second effect, you need to ask yourself, why did this happen? Go back in the passage and find out, and that why is going to be your cause. Same with this next one. Why did this happen? Go back in the passage and find out, and then that's going to be your cause, and you'll write it in the box. So lots of cause and effect practice today. Happy Tuesday. I'll see you again tomorrow.